Hey guys, I've got this Ford Falcon FG 2008 model G6E turbo. I've had the car parked up for a few months now, and yeah, just recently the battery went flat and I lost all my analog gauges on the cluster. So my brother's already had a look at my younger brother's G6 cluster, and he had a similar issue where that whole cluster went out and had one light on it. So he showed me a little trick, and we've just done it. Going to try it now. And see how we go. So I'll just run you through. This is a common fault. This is a common fault with a lot of the FG Falcons, and I've noticed, I've got on Google and the forums and stuff, and people having problems trying to resolve this, and they're buying second-hand clusters and fitting them in, so it's not really resolving the issue.
Which means you've got to go forward and get it reprogrammed, because the PATs, or the old school Smart Shield, or before that was Smart Lock. It's like PATs, which is like, I don't know, passive anti-theft system, whatever it means in Ford language, is actually integrated in these clusters. So you can't just go, oh yeah, I'll just get another cluster and plug it in. It'll work, except it won't sync with the ECU properly. So back in the day, we used to get circuit boards that used to go all crusty, and the solder would dry joint, or you get dry joint. And what we used to do is get the old heat gun or a really strong hairdryer, and we go over the circuit board. So we're going to give it a go anyway.
So what I'm going to do, I've got this
we'll get it up about 110, about 110 degrees. Go over all the solder, all over the little capacitors and resistors and whatnot, the IC chips.
It's starting to get at 70, almost hitting 80. Alright, I think 80 Celsius is about the sweet spot.
Yeah, thereabouts.
So you're at 80 now, so keep doing what you're doing. Okay, it's getting up 95.
Another thing that goes wrong with these clusters too is the that ribbon up there gets a little bit dirty.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
And if you take that ribbon out and give it a bit of a clean, especially if you get a no start.
Oh, so you've got those little black tabs. You pull them, push them up, either side, you slide that ribbon out. Then you get electrical cleaning solution. You get it from like Super Cheap Auto and Autobahn and stuff, but hopefully this will save me a lot of money, because yeah, if I have to replace this cluster, I'll have to buy a second-hand one. Then I've taken it forward to get it reprogrammed. I don't want to do that. So we'll go at the car now and we'll see how it goes. So here's the vehicle in question. It's a 2008 Mark 1 FG G6E turbo. So yeah, beautiful car. And my younger brother's got one of these, but it's a non-turbo version, so, but his has got like a lot less kilometres than this. So we'll test it out now and see how we go. Righto, see how it goes, guys.
So we've got, the issue is none of these analog gauges work, so the fuel gauges,
awesome.
Fuel gauges just popped up, so we'll fire it up.
Look at that, tacho. I didn't have a tacho, fuel, engine temp, so it's all come back now, all because the cluster. Unbelievable.
Just they get a bit old, and because you've probably got a bit of a firm suspension, it might be.
This car's pretty solid. So give it a rev now, just for the boys. Rev. Oh yeah, I'll just film the back of it. Righto. Yeah, that's the way. Right, wrap it up for this video, guys. It's just a little quick quick one. Obviously, people who follow me on YouTube know that I'm restoring a Falcon XB hardtop. So, yeah, happy days. So now I can put this thing back together. And, yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Catch up with you later. I jumped the gun a bit. I probably should have done a how to remove the cluster from the FG, but it's unbelievably easy compared to other cars I've worked on. So you got the actual, this is the backing section of it. So this area just basically sits in there like so. So that fits in there, and it does clip in. It's got little white knobblies. They clip through, on, see them there, they clip through. So if you gently push on it, you should hear them click. Yep. So that part of it's in, nice and firm. You have to worry about clipping that in right now if you don't want to. This goes in there like so. You don't have to stress. You don't have to stress about these dials coming off, or these both outside ones, they came off, because once you plug this original cluster inside in, it can accidentally knock these off. So that's in, and then it's just a matter of going down through it. So you go to this one. It's pretty hard doing this with the camera. So that clips down. Push that down, that clips in. Then the clear screen goes over top of that, and then you clip. This is the interesting part, trying to clip these outside bits. They've got these little special extension bits for the buttons. So yeah, you got to. I'll show you. I'll just put this together, and then I'll show you how to do this. So you're going to take your sweet time and carefully balance the base of this, so these balance in the right spot, and they go into the holes under there. So you do that either side, and once you know you got that right, you can continue clipping it back together. So I'll do that now, then I'll show you the hardest part. So you've got these little duty whackers, so you try to put these in, and you can't get them in unless what you do, or originally when you take these apart, you're going to carefully push that in, you're going to work your way around so each section comes off like I showed you before. So to get these in, you have to actually start to separate. Just undo one, don't undo the middle one, and then you just slot that in there like that. Do it with one hand, but yeah, you actually get that end to go in there, then you simply close it up, and that's it. So there you go. All you need is a heat gun and some very fine sandpaper, like the stuff I've got here. I've got this stuff here, it's like I actually got it from the Falcon I'm restoring, but yeah, it's really fine paper, but it's just a bit of the emery paper or really fine grit wet and dry. Clean that ribbon that I was showing you about in here, then use a bit of this automotive electronic cleaner, so that's really good. Use that, get in there, but yeah, that's it, guys. You don't have to go out. You don't have to go out and spend hundreds of dollars to buy a cluster, then take the car to Ford to get it reprogrammed. Because once you put the new cluster in, you can't start it. You can't do anything with it. So yeah, I found my brother's G6E. His car wouldn't even start. His cluster completely died. And then my brother done the same trick to this. We've done my brother's, and yeah, it's sweet, no dramas. So another thing too, when you get a new cluster for your Falcon, you can only wind them forward, you can't wind them backwards. So in my case, my car's got high kilometres, so I wouldn't have problems finding one. But before I forget, this section here, it's just over the steering column. So this bit here, it just basically unclips. You just pull it evenly out, it comes off, same as this, unclips. Unreal, so easy. So once you unclip that, you've got two Phillips head screws down the base. You undo them, and the cluster comes out. Then you can undo the plugs on the back. There's two of them. So yeah, it's really easy. So you got one plug there, one over there, and when you put it back in, you have to bear in mind there's like little slots that they slot in there to hold it down. They might, I don't know where they're in here, but yeah, it's pretty straightforward. Getting it out's real easy. You just got to reverse the procedure. So thanks for watching, guys. I'll get back into my Falcon coupe now and enjoy looking at my son's toy Mustangs.